Oluwaz Arundel Cully. Who is this? Oluwaz.
Arugundade. Come on, bro.
Arugundade. I can't.
It's like super African.
I know, dude. I love it.
It's not even trying.
Show me the way.
You can't read. What are you? I went to LSU.
Wakanda.
Oh, this guy looks like a first-round draft pick. Man, this guy.
I look like a what?
You heard me. First-round draft pick.
You said I look like a what?
A first-round draft. You not watch sports?
No, I just couldn't hear you. I just couldn't hear you.
That's a compliment. I'm saying
I
it means you're a
appreciate that,
strong
man.
black man.
Saying you're a
Black man.
Damn. All right.
Or a
All right.
strong
What do you
nigger,
got for me, Alawaz? Or what's your opinion? Give us your opinion.
So, I mean, I do plan to become the president of the United States in the future.
Guys.
So I'm thinking about, okay, how can I solve all these different kinds of problems? So I was looking at like women right now. Obviously, women are whores, as you can see by the Mia Khalifa knockoff up there right now. So a lot of women are whores, right? And we kind of need to like fix society in many, many different ways. And I'm thinking of like, okay, how can we incentivize women to be mothers again? And I was thinking like, okay, we could maybe use the government. I don't know if that could work. So I was maybe wondering like, what do you guys think that would like look like? Okay, we know women, if they're single mothers, the government is subsidizing them, helping them stay that way. They don't have any kind of incentive to be mothers. So I'm like, okay, do we like pay them to not be whores? Pay them to not want to be single mothers?
I like this guy. Come on down. Come on stage. Come on stage.
I
Come
got
on.
the
Take this one.
No, come up. I got the answer actually. So I heard this from.
Hey guys, shut up in the back. No disrespect, but we're trying to, have
So
a
I
show.
heard this from Lisa, who works. Lisa Reynolds, she's great. She was telling me that in Brazil, they went to the sitcom, the soap operas, and they said, write all these plot points about the famous women characters. They have babies. And then all of a sudden, all of the drama shows were about how great it was to have a baby, and then the birth rate went up.
So what's your opinion? I like you, Alawaz.
Appreciate it.
I got a suggestion on this.
Yeah.
Yeah, so to get women back in the kitchen, we got to treat it like an airport. And what I mean by this, like group 1 boards now, group 2. So group 1 is going to be the hot girls that, need to have kids anyway, right?
Yeah.
Then it's going to be the mids. And then the last ones are going to be the fat bitches.
Yeah.
They're going to be the last ones to board, and they can't go back to the kitchen and open up the fridge. They can only cook. Mm-hmm. So that's how we got to do it. We got to do it
We got to put them in the camp, though. We got to put them in the camp.
Nothing.
In the camp, they're getting them back in shape and shit?
Yeah, they'll go to fat camp. So
bro.
that's how we're going to slowly get them back into the kitchen. We do it through waves. Hot girls first, mids next.
No,
then
but
the
how do
fat
you
women
make them
last.
go in the kitchen?
Because my whole thing. Wait, hold on.
Yeah,
Let
she
me
knows
go.
how to get them in the kitchen.
Yeah, because my whole thing. Oh yeah, of course. Now what the fuck? Anyway, no, but my thing is that okay. So we need to like find a way to incentivize them because right now, that's what I would say. When you look at media, entertainment, the biggest reason why I think a lot of women became whores, because the Jews run and everything. So a big way that they
Another
did that is, like,
anti-Semite up here. Great.
Not really, man.
No, not really.
Yeah,
Not
but
really.
look, I have this position where I'm like, okay, so entertainment, media, education system, it allowed them to see all these kind of different things. You're away from your family. You mentioned earlier that like you were saying that somebody grew up in an alt-right family, and then all of a sudden, like when they left that family, they changed. So what I'm saying is, there's a lot of girls that are actually conservative.
No, when she left the family, she did not change. She wanted to change for a very long time. She made a decision.
But how did she make that decision?
Like,
because her alt-right family would not allow her to date anybody.
Yeah.
They would not allow her to even speak to the opposite sex. She wanted to be herself. That was not who she is.
No, but they were protecting her from herself.
Absolutely not.
Yes,
if they were still protecting her.
No, they were. No, hold on. Wait.
You don't know what you're talking about, bro.
Of course I know what I'm talking about.
No idea.
Look, the thing is, the reason why do you
She's
think,
a great mother.
why do you think so many parents don't want their kids to go to school anymore? Because if you let your kids go,
I'll tell you why.
No, listen.
Is that a rhetorical question?
If you let your kids go to fucking school, they see all this gay bullshit. They see all the trans flag. They see all this.
Let me
bullshit.
respond to that.
And no, listen. Now the families can't protect these kids from the bullshit, and so they're like, "Hey, I've seen the worst of the world.
So
I want to protect my daughter from a lot of this bullshit. Okay. I don't want them to see this shit, so I can protect them." You see, she went out there and she started enacting in a lot of the bullshit.
Let's go.
So we have to put them in a position where we protect them from themselves.
There are 300,000 teachers in this country. Out of those 300,000 teachers, how many of them you think are forcing kids to be gay?
Too many.
No. You see, no. Wait. That's not how it works. Nobody's forcing anybody to do anything.
Do you have kids in the school
listen,
system?
I don't have children. I'm 24 years
but
old.
you know what you're talking about,
No,
though.
I do.
Yeah.
I know a lie. I'm going to tell you right now.
kids
I'm
in the
not
school
right now.
system.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Okay, listen.
Yeah.
What I'm saying. No, listen. We got to understand how environments work. You are going to assimilate to your environment. When you are seeing things, when you're around things, it's not about
What
force.
environment?
No, listen. No,
Nature
any
versus
environment.
nurture.
Bro.
Give me evidence. Give me proof.
Okay, all of a sudden, everybody's gay now. Kids are questioning their sexuality. Why wasn't this happening
answer that.
before?
I'll
Why?
answer that.
No, I'll tell you.
Another rhetorical question.
No. Let me talk. I'll let you go. I don't mind letting
You
you
didn't
go.
let me
Just
go. I spoke for
I'll
5
let you.
seconds.
I'll let you fucking go. Shut the fuck up, bro.
Okay.
Shut the fuck
Make
up.
your point. Make your point.
Shut the fuck up, bro. Now,
Make your
really,
point.
came up. You don't want to
Right,
talk. Listen, what I'm saying is, and when we allow people to see things, you assimilate to your environment. If all your friends are trans, if all your friends are gay and you're hanging around them, you're just going to start adopting these ideas. If you don't like those ideas, you end up like having to fight your friends. You get ostracized from the group. Women especially, they're not like men, bro. We can fight off shit. We're not gonna listen to bullshit. We don't fuck with some shit. We're like, get the fuck out of here. But women, they're communitarian. I want to be around my friends. You know what? I do think I'm bi now. I do think I like girls. They get into that kind of nonsense. But when you're protected by your family, your dad's gonna be there and tell you, fuck no, you're not trans.
All right.
You're a woman. You can't become a man. And all this other
So
bullshit.
let me just respond to what you just said.
Agreed.
I feel like I'm speaking to the male version of Candace Owens, but that's okay. So you asked a question,
Shout out
which
to Candace,
was,
though.
why are so many people are gay now? Well,
Yeah.
I'll tell you why. Now, I'm not gay. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
might be.
Could've
But I
fooled
will.
me, yeah.
But I will say this. This is the point. This is the point that I would like to make. The reason why it appears as though there's more people that are coming out now is because there are less bigots in the world that are telling it's bad to be gay.
Okay.
No,
like
they
you.
were
Right.
protecting them from this shit.
That's
bullshit.
See, this is what you don't understand. You're saying
Bullshit.
when you just allow people to do whatever they want, everybody just do whatever you want. You could be gay, you could be trans.
Yeah, it
you
is
could
okay
this.
to be gay.
Every
It is.
every single position of society has gotten worse year after year after
So you
year
think gay
after year.
people are responsible
The
for that?
feminism
Wait,
doesn't work.
hold
The
on,
Jewish
hold on.
feminism doesn't work. It doesn't work. It's a failed shit. We need to stop doing the bullshit.
Let me- stop being
when we
gay.
look back to the 1950s, before
brilliant.
all this bullshit, where family was the main thing, you weren't going out, you weren't seeing all this other kind of bullshit. What happened is now you're protecting people from themselves. Not everything is a good fucking idea.
you don't think people
we
should be
realize
gay?
shit is a bad.
I want to answer this. I'm gonna
Sure.
respond.
Go ahead.
Identification, LGBTQI plus identification among Gen Z has gone dramatically down. It's gone down. So when you're saying like more people are coming, that's not true. It's not happening.
Okay, so he made that case, not me, that there's more people today that are being gay.
And I'm saying,
It
when you're
has
saying
been
there's less
since.
bigots, they're coming out. It looks that way. That's not the case.
Well, I've
In
talked to
fact,
plenty of people that
there
do
was-
feel that way. They feel more comfortable coming out.
and when you
now.
censor a ton of people- okay,
over
that's
the
you
past
listening.
couple of weeks was that trans identification particularly collapsed recently. And Bill Maher made a
Yep.
great point. He said, why is it happening in California and not Ohio?
So you don't
Why?
think you should be gay? You think gay is bad for society?
No. See, this is my thing. We should not be promoting the expression of gay. We can put
Saying
these
it's
people.
okay to
No,
be gay?
listen, shut the fuck up, bro. Like every single time
Well,
you
it's a
interrupt.
debate.
Damn.
But you don't
no,
answer
I know.
my question.
But listen. Look, what I'm saying is, okay, look. My thing with the gay thing. Okay, sure, you're gay. Nobody has to know you're gay. Nobody has to know it. There doesn't have to be flags. Nobody has to know. There was a time where it's like, okay, you were gay, you kept this shit in the fucking closet, and it was good. And this was a very good thing because it's like, hey,
His?
in society, we can't just do whatever we want. If we want good things to happen in society, we have to have discipline. Hey, expressing this gay thing is going to confuse children. This is not good for children
So
to
if
see.
somebody
We
says
don't
they're
want
gay,
yeah, go
a
ahead.
5-year-old is going to say, hey, I'm going to be gay. That's
Yeah,
what
it
I'm saying.
happens. What the fuck, bro?
Yeah.
Bro,
Okay, hold on.
So
no,
ridiculous.
That's no
Let me
good.
address-
No, that's a
let me
good question.
stupid.
No, I actually want to entertain that. That's a very.
So
I know
stupid.
exactly. That's exactly that.
So ignorant.
We don't.
You're so
no,
ignorant.
It's not ignorant. No, look, you got to understand. Children are squishy. Their brains are squishy. They're going to see what their
So when
parents
they
are doing.
put before
Yeah.
puberty and after puberty, people wake up one day and say, hey, you know what? A couple of my classmates said they're gay, so I think I'm going to like penis
Yes,
now.
you assimilate to your
right.
friend group.
And
Bro,
I wanna
no,
make one argument.
your
I just wanna
environment.
make
Your
one point.
stupid.
By the way, so
Yeah.
I want to make
So
one
dumb.
point. I just
Yeah.
want to make one point.
Yes.
This is our problem. Is that when you see what is the difference, Brian? Just answer really quick between a gay person and a straight person. What is the main difference?
Well, obviously, one is
Who they're
attracted to the
sexually
same
attracted.
sex.
Okay,
Yeah, of
so
course.
Yes.
when you put a pride flag in a classroom, what does that pride flag
Sure. I'll
symbolize?
give you my answer to
And
that.
I'm just saying it symbolizes who you're sexually attracted to. So this is my
I
problem,
think you
and
should
I'm
be
sure
proud to be happy for who you are. Nobody should tell you
regardless
otherwise.
if you're gay or not, why are we celebrating
It's not in
somebody's
schools.
sexuality or their
Yeah.
sexual preference in an
Exactly.
elementary
Saying
school?
it's okay to
That-
be gay is not pushing
But
people to
why
be
are
gay.
we talking about sex in an elementary
It's
school?
not happening.
No, that's not-
Guys,
no,
okay.
listen.
The big
No, it's
picture y'all are missing. Okay? You are wrong. The point is they put books in in grade schools across the country that show people blowing each
Which
other.
I don't agree with.
Yeah.
I don't agree with that.
And neither does he, and that's
Yeah,
the fucking
see,
point.
No, exactly, and that's my
that I don't agree with.
Look, listen. That's my whole point. Look. What I'm saying is, when we allow people to see certain things, not
What's that other
everything is
show going on that's over there?
not
I wanna
everything
watch
is
that
good
show.
to see. Look, as a society, we have responsibility. Even if you're a gay man, like let's say you're gay, I don't know if you're gay or not, but let's say you were gay, right? If you understand that, hey, this might be detrimental to children, it's important for children to see a man and a woman together. That's important. It's very dangerous for a child to see a dad and a dad.
Why is that dangerous?
Because they're not going to understand they're not going to understand the difference between the masculine and the feminine. These
Do you
are
think people are born gay, or do you think they choose?
explain all of that very easily
I mean, we
to
can
Brian.
talk about that kind of stuff all day. But my whole point
Well,
is,
I'm asking you.
No. I mean, I don't know. I'm
You
going to be
don't
honest.
know.
I got an answer
don't know.
for you.
Even
You
if
think Richard Simmons was born straight?
All right, wait, guys, give it
I
up
think
for
so.
all the walls. Give it up for him.
Let me answer this. Let me answer this for Brian. Now, first, let me start by saying I am of the traditional liberal. Like, I don't care if people are gay married. It's privacy for home, all that shit. Here's what ended up happening in schools. The first argument made by conservatives back during like Prop 8 was that if we allow public gay marriage, the next thing they're going to do is start teaching children about sodomy. And the argument from the liberals was that will never fucking happen. There's a funny meme that shows a pie chart that everybody's seen because it went viral. And it's from 15 years ago, where it said things that will happen if gay marriage is legalized. And one of them was like, kids will be taught about sodomy, the terrorists will take over the Middle East, and like a bunch of scenarios that ended up fucking happening. And that's what the joke was. But to answer the question legitimately, I asked, why the fuck won't you shut up?
Wait, what's going on back there, guys? Seriously, we're trying to record a podcast. I know. Just go outside if y'all want to talk. We're not trying to be rude, but if
You're
y'all
on OnlyFans.
Yeah, I'm just saying, guys, if you guys want to have a conversation, go in the back.
Get the fuck out.
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, come on.
Okay, so here's what happens. I asked liberals on my show, why should we have a book explaining scat to fucking 10-year-olds? And they said, because that is a part of sexual experience for gay people. And if you remove that from a school, you are in violation of the Civil Rights Act for discriminating against gay people.
I don't agree with that.
Agreed. So the point is, when you defend the idea that we're going to have in schools this kind of shit, people say you are wrong, and then you come, well, I actually agree that it is wrong. So then there's no argument. It shouldn't be in schools. Get it the fuck out.
Okay, if there are specific books out there that are sexually explicit in nature, I certainly do not agree with that. But the idea that, because I hear a lot of attacks on teachers, I think there's the 300,000 teachers, I think there's a lot of teachers out there that do a really good job, and the attacks as a whole in general,
Okay,
and
so
all
now
the
we're talking
teachers
about.
are
I don't care about
indoctrinating
teachers.
our kids.
Let me ask you this question.
I don't agree with that.
So the point that was brought up was, if there is a gay teacher with a picture of his husband on the table, and a child asks about his husband, should he say nothing?
So I think in Florida, in Ron DeSantis, they have what is it? I know people don't like me to refer to it as the "Don't Say Gay" bill, but in a way, that's kind of what it is and what you're referring to.
You mean the "Don't Say Straight" bill?
So here's my opinion.
You mean the "Don't Say Straight"
Okay,
bill?
well, here's my opinion on what you said. I'll answer it. I think it's okay for a teacher to say, not to push somebody, but to say, hey, it's okay to be gay. It's okay to be trans. Be who you are. That's not pushing anybody to do anything. It's just saying be happy and be okay for who you are.
Next question.
I have a question. I have a question.
And I would leave it at that.
Next question.
Yeah.
We have sex ed in schools.
Yes, correct.
And are you okay with it?
Well,
Is it simple
depends.
yes or no?
What age are we talking about? I had it when I was like maybe 13, 14, something
So
like that.
with some restrictions that you would find, are there circumstances where sex ed is acceptable?
Depends on the age and the content.
Agreed. So the
I
answer
think
is
so in high
yes.
school,
So the
yes.
question then is, LGBTQ activist groups have argued that if you have sex ed, you must include sodomy.
No, I
Because-
think that's wrong.
Okay, now you're anti-gay and you're in violation of precedent.
Definitely not anti-gay.
The argument under the courts is you cannot discriminate
If there are
against people for
extreme
being gay.
examples of that at children before puberty, I have a serious problem with that. My only point is very, very simple. It's okay to be gay. It's okay to be trans at any age. I think anybody should be able to say that, and that's it. It shouldn't be any more.
But then I have a question about that. Well, how far does this go? How far does it keep? For example, when it comes to identification with the he, him, they, them, all this other shit.
Yeah.
How far does that go? We could keep going forever.
Depends on the age.
When you say depend on, but
If you're a 10-year-old kid
Yes.
and a teacher says it's okay to be gay and it's okay to be trans, which by the way I'm okay with, you should not be able to talk any further.
No, but it's gonna start going further. So it's gonna
Well,
be,
then
well, I want to be a lizard. I want to be this. So you even listen, hey, bro.
I wanna be a lizard.
Yeah, no, I mean,
There are
it should get that
furries
far.
and
What I'm-
furries.
This
no,
literally happened
the
in
point is,
schools.
what I'm saying is, we need to have limits. What I'd ask you, where do you think
There are limits.
Yeah, but I'm saying
We have limits.
No, it's gonna keep going. First, it was just okay. People getting gay marriage, right? It was just gay marriage. That was the first thing, and then it started more and more stuff. Okay, well, we need to show up for the lesbians. We need to show up for, okay, people are trans. I don't think I was born, actually, I'm a woman, but I think I'm a man, or I'm a man and I think I'm a woman,
And that's
right?
something that you need to speak to your parents about and have a personal conversation with your doctors.
Oh, okay. So now it's about families, about community.
Okay, I got a
your
question.
parents.
It's a personal decision.
No,
Okay.
but you think your parents.
Let me ask a question.
Yeah.
Let me ask a question.
Sure.
Do you have an issue with transgender teachers?
Absolutely not.
So remember that big boobs teacher in Canada?
That was wrong. That's an extreme. She a complete imbecile, and she had her boobs out there, and it was an embarrassment. And they're
Where do you draw the line?
when you dress like an OnlyFans model.
What? So here's.
Yeah. See. Wait. So what?
That was a
Why you
joke.
talking shit, bro?
That was a joke. That was a
Okay,
joke.
so
That was a joke.
you see the problem, right? Do you want to be the one? How about
There are going to be extreme examples, Tim, but you're giving the most extreme example.
already
hold
extreme.
Hold on.
Yeah.
If you're
It's
a
already
trans,
extreme.
Hold on. If you're a trans teacher that dresses appropriately, obviously that woman or man, whatever you want to call her, dressed inappropriately, it was wrong, and I
Let
believe
me
she
ask
was
you a
fired,
question.
right?
A 6'5", 250 pure muscle guy, but trans in a dress. It talks like this.
It's all right.
Is that acceptable for children?
Yeah. I'm right here.
You're
dude.
talking about
I'm referring to Superman.
if you are dressed appropriately, and your definition of appropriate might be different than mine, so long as you're not, dressing the way
I got
that.
a question. I got a question for you.
Yeah.
I got a question. This is
I got
a
an
good
answer.
one. Okay. Do you believe that? So New York passed several years ago their human rights law, and they said public accommodations cannot discriminate on the basis of the clothes you wear or the name you choose to use.
So you're not going to like what I'm about to say.
Uh-oh.
And some people are going to. And some people are going to call it whataboutism, which it might be.
Okay, but hold on.
Hold on, this is
Wait a
important.
minute.
Tim, this is important.
It's important.
While I'm happy to have this conversation with you on what the clothing
Answer
of what
the
a teacher
question.
wears, what I am far more concerned about is the second leading cause of death in this country, and that is our innocent children being gunned down
Okay,
in schools.
mute his microphone.
No.
Bro, I asked you No. You will not walk away from this.
I'll
I
answer
asked
anything
you
you
a
got.
question.
I'll answer anything.
New York human
just-
rights law
Yeah.
says public accommodations cannot discriminate based on the clothing you wear or the name you use. Do you agree with that?
So help me understand the law.
Yes.
So you're saying that a teacher can walk in with a bikini? Help me
Public
understand the law,
accommodations-
because I'm unfamiliar.
So I'm talking about
What is the actual dress code? Tell me what that means, because I don't know.
It means that you can't. So if you're allowed to have a dress code, but if there's a male and female dress code,
Yeah.
then males can wear whatever they want. And if there is no dress code, the individual can wear whatever
So
they
could
want.
that male transgender person or female transgender person walk in with like a thong?
That's a good question.
I need to know the answer before
Well,
I can answer your question.
You're going to have to file a lawsuit to block that because the law makes
Okay,
that
but
legal.
Tim, I need to know the specifics of that.
That is allowed, yes.
In order for me, so it's okay for a teacher to wear a thong
Under
in a
New
school.
York City human
Okay,
rights
let
law,
me be
the answer
very
is
clear.
yes.
Let me be very clear. It is inappropriate, whether you're straight, male, female, transgender, to be wearing those types of clothes into a school. And whether you're transgender or straight, it's inappropriate in front of children.
So the next question is, how do we get that law overturned?
I don't know. I'm not a lawmaker.
Should we?
If you're telling me which is true, which I don't know, I'll take
It
your
is.
word for it, that any teacher could wear a thong in a school.
So here's the issue. Now
That's
hold on there, a gosh
inappropriate.
darn minute. I am not talking about a fringe example that you came up with.
Well-
the law says what you wear and the name you use is protected as part of your self-expression, which is the definition of gender identity.
And I would need to know actual specifics on what that means.
There's
Now,
no such thing. You're talking about precedent after the fact. So right now the law makes it legal.
if there's no specifics in that law, then I have a problem with that, because I would not be okay with someone dressed up as a stripper teaching our children.
So
That's
the
wrong.
problem is when this fine gentleman says we need to have limits, and you say on what, where, how, laws like this get passed under the notion that we're talking about if a trans person wants to wear a dress, and now all of a sudden some
There's a
teacher's showing up
difference.
with big fucking boobs.
That's wrong. That's wrong.
No, but you say
I
how-
agree that it's wrong. Let's move on. Just go sit down. Go sit down. We got to get the show
you.
going. Thank you.
Hey, wasn't he great? Hey, wait, hold on, bro.
So,
Shout out your social media. Where people can find you.
Oh yeah, you can find me on YouTube. I got fan podcasts that I do at DC on the 14th Street. I actually got one tonight if y'all want to come out there. So you could find me on YouTube at fan podcast. You can find me on Instagram at Ali Arugundade. And yeah, man.
Are Jews allowed to subscribe?
Arugundade,
Or,
give
are
it a
Jews
break.
allowed
Oh yeah,
to
I
subscribe?
love you. I love everybody. I just think
okay.
everybody needs to be judged.
I don't rule the
fuck around on
world.
that.
Tim rules the world.
Yeah.
He's not Jewish.
Yeah.
I don't rule
Oh,
the
Oh
world.
yeah. No, but yeah, no, I appreciate that. Thank you guys so much, man.
let me just add in to put the bow on it here.